Sonic the Hedgehog is back in his now third film. Is it any good? Okay, spoilers, yes it is. Hi, my name's Stu and welcome to another review video on Flying Wiener. Now, I enjoyed the first two Sonic films a lot. They weren't perfect films, but they were exactly what we all wanted. Fun video game adaptation, and that's a great thing. Any good video game adaptation needs to be celebrated because the genre or subgenre, whatever you want to call it, has had a bad rep for too many years now, you know, and it's great to have someone at the forefront, and it being such a really traditional character like Sonic, you know, to really carry the torch, as it were. So yes, if you're not familiar with the first two, I feel that it's not strictly necessary, but it would obviously enhance your experience if you watch the first two. It does help, right? And I'm glad to see that I feel it continues on in the same style. It might even be the best of the three. I mean, I'd have to rewatch all three of them again, but I'm kind of leaning towards that. I do think it's the best of the three. So where franchises sometimes, you know, if the first one's the best and then they sort of wobble about a bit and the worst cases get worse, I'm happy that with the now third installment, we might actually have the best entry yet in the whole franchise, which I think is really cool. You've got a lot happening in this one. It's very fast, obviously, when it's Sonic, but it's interestingly, for so many characters in it, it does not feel bloated, which I think is quite an achievement, because we've got a lot of fast-talking critters, I'll call them. Yeah, so that wasn't an easy task to pull off. But before we get too much into it, let's talk about the plot, shall we? So we have got Team Sonic, as they are introduced at, more or less to the start of this film. So you've got Sonic, Tails and Knuckles, and they are being called in by, I've forgotten what the organisation is called, obviously some big organisation. Is it even called Gun or something? I can't remember. Anyway, a big military organisation. They're being called in because in a secret facility hidden down somewhere, they had Shadow the Hedgehog for 50 odd years, and he is broken out. He has been released by some mysterious hacker, and he is on the loose. And he is a super powered hedgehog, so he makes Sonic look weak in comparison. He's got these teleportation powers and chaos energy that he can wield. And yeah, so we've got our team of three having to go up against this Shadow the Hedgehog. And spoiler, I suppose, but they do give away in the trailer as well, so I might as well mention it. They are then led into a situation where they are forced to cooperate with Dr. Robotnik, Jim Carrey's character, obviously known and famously loved from the first two films. So yes, that's quite exciting as well. And besides Shadow, because I mean we've got a team of four, you know, so there's a bit of a, even despite Shadow's really superior strength, it's still quite an imbalance. There's another villain that lurks around in the background as well, in the promo material. I suppose nice, more or less front and centre, but still, I won't mention them, you know, just to say as spoiler free as I can. So Shadow also gets some support, I'll put it that way. Yeah, that's pretty much the plot. So we've got this Shadow the Hedgehog. He is hell-bent, by the way, on destroying the world. He's got his own reasons for it. They are explained in the film, so that's what's nice about it. Everything is explained in the film, so there's not any loose threads or anything, so that's quite nice. Yes. And we've got our Team Sonic who are trying to stop him, and Robotnik is there, and obviously you're wondering half of the time, well, you know, is he trustworthy? What's he gonna do? And all these kind of things. That's more or less it. The film is about, obviously, the team building aspect of it with Team Sonic. We've got that. Yeah, and I won't go too much into detail about that. There's also a bit about legacy, I suppose you could say, maybe. That's one of the things that goes on here. But yeah, first and foremost, the interactions between all the characters, and I do mean all of them, are just fantastic. They're all written really well. I really enjoy them a lot. I'm still not quite sold too much on Shadow's motivation, right? I have to recheck that though, because I've been given information. I might have kind of misinterpreted something in the film or misunderstood something in the film. So I have to go back and check that again. Like, I'm not 100% sold on his motivation, right? For actually wanting to destroy literally the world. You know, that's a bit much. It's a bit much. It needs a lot as a catalyst for that kind of behaviour. But still, Like I said, the interaction between everyone is great. I particularly enjoy the interactions between Team Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic in particular. Knuckles, I mean, the Idris Elba, such perfect casting, you know, on him with his sort of superiority and snide comments, usually directed at Sonic, is really funny. You know, reminds you a bit of Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, just flat out saying they're honest. Unchanged opinion. It's so funny. I really enjoyed that. The interactions with Robotnik are incredible. I mean, this is probably Jim Carrey's life-defining role. Although he's had so many incredible ones, you know, that's not to say that others are bad. It's just that Robotnik is so good. He's been in the first 2 films so good, and in this one, he might even be the best he's ever been. So yes, absolutely incredible watching him on screen, and he does steal the scenes quite a few times, I will say that. There's a particular reason also story-wise for it, but yes, no, I think it's a really incredible job. Keanu Reeves plays Shadow really well, is also very just straight, and he's like, no, he doesn't get emotional in that sense. He's like, no, you guys, you know, you've got it wrong. You know, the world's gone to pot, and I'm just going to end it. Basically, you know, the world doesn't deserve to exist, and all these kind of things. And he's like, oh, you know, annoying pests, etc. And it's just all. His superiority is really felt from the beginning, because he's like, Sonic and his team are basically like just little gnats to him because of his insane power level, it seems. So yeah, the chemistry between them all and the scenes, the dialogues, etc., it flows so well. What does help is, I actually forgot about this, what happens in the second one, until my brother reminded me. They've got this whole thing about the wedding, etc. I was like, oh yeah, that was terrible, wasn't it? They've taken that out. While we've got the human characters in here, they are supporting cast, which is good. You know, they should not be focused on them. It's like the Transformers films. We were so focused on the humans. It's like, why? It's a Transformers film. You want to see the Transformers, you know, while the humans appear, you know, and they've got their place. You don't want to overdo it. And this Sonic film has got a perfect balance. We've got humans in it. You know, they're all interacting, they're helping, but it's the correct balance. They're not the focus, they're there supporting characters, and that's how it's best, in my opinion. There's a lot of action, there's a lot of insane scenes, there's a lot of fun, you know, references to Sonic things, to pop culture, so many fun things, laugh out loud moments. It's really quite an achievement, this film. I had so much fun, I will say that. So yes, like, in my opinion, again, I'll have to rewatch them, but from my memories, I do feel, to me, it is the best Sonic film until now. And they've already announced a 4th one, which is great. So yeah, we're going to get more, and I'm really looking forward to that. They can keep going. If they keep making these, I'm on board. Just keep making them, keeping them fun, and I think we'll all have a great time. That'll be all from me today. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe. It is the best way to support this channel. Leave a comment down below about anything you want to say Sonic related. I'm not a huge nerd when it comes to Sonic games, so if you want to educate me on them, please go ahead and do so. I might have to check some out again. I can just really remember the first 2 on Sega Game Gear. That's basically it, my experience with Sonic, more or less. Yeah. Anyway, anything you want to say, put it down in the comments below. I'll thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one on Flying Peanut. Take care.